money drives this country.
The capitalist dream is has gotten out of hand.
I think us as Americans, we just kind of lived too high on the hog for a while. There was no limit. People weren't really budgeting.
You know, I spend my dollars or don't spend my dollars, and I feel that that makes a difference.
I think our actual government is the corporations that are running everything, and we don't get to vote on any of that with the exception of our purchases. I think our purchases are how we're voting on what's happening in the United States right now.
But definitely corporations are the ones that rule the roost.
You know, they've been getting away with murder for years.
Yeah, it's like the world is full of people who cheat in that way, and I think that politics is kind of like that.
Anybody in office now is being caught with their hands in the cookie jar.
It's one scandal after the other. It's this guy's evil, this guy's the savior. It's so polarized right now that there's no dialogue.
There's just too many people that have been in the same position for too long.
And you see that with, you know, legislators that have been in office for 40, 50, 60 years and they're still talking about reform. Anybody that's been in office that long, if you haven't pushed it through, goodbye.
So do you think that religion should be a part of lawmaking?
No, absolutely not.
I don't think they should mix.
When it comes to politics, church and state should be separate.
I think religion could play a part, but I don't think that it should be solely based on one religion or another.
I think things work better when everybody realizes that everybody is different and have different goals and ideals.
Learning how to live with other people and being respectful of other people definitely should be, but I don't think religion should be.
If you're going to take one religious belief, you also would have to listen to the other side. You know, I think that you have to take all kinds of religious beliefs into the law that you're making itself. You have to have that type of considerations.
Because again, you go back to the fundamentals of what our country is supposed to stand upon. It's the freedom of religion, it's the separation of the church and state.
I am Catholic, but I believe it's the woman's right to have an abortion, and so I disagree with the Catholic thought on that.
Personally, I think religions can have an influence in the political realm, and I think it's an important part because, you know, if you deny people of religion or politicians of religions, I think that is kind of like denying a person's culture.
I don't think necessarily that religion should have a seat at the table when it comes to legislation, but there's certainly a moral compass that could be drawn from religion.
There's so many people for whom it is in their core, their religious beliefs, their religious rules inform everything they do, and that includes lawmakers. I think it's not logical for us to assume that our lawmakers can check their spiritual identity at the door.
People are growing up and basically I'd say values are changing.
The fact that two people that love each other, that are in a monogamous relationship that happen to both be women or both men can't be married breaks my heart, and that has to change.
So I think that it can play a part, but I don't think it should be the sole driving force, but it should be part of the dialogue.
The conversation that they on the Hill are having, it's not connecting to the conversations that we are having in our living rooms.
Right.
There's a lot of positions on the left, a lot of positions on the right, and it seems like everybody that I talk to is in the middle, so something is clearly out of whack.
I just think that everybody could be a bit nicer to each other.
It's not complicated.
A basic form of solidarity within, amongst the people, where we have the feeling that we're all in it together, we're going to help one another.
I think that's the big deal right now, is coming to grips with the independent needs of individuals in different areas and still being a United States.